Yo! It's your boy Risky here. I just want to try something new. Why not? It's your boy Risky here. You get it. Please like, please subscribe, and I'm gonna be making this a weekly series for 17 weeks. Please like it, please. Actually, more than 17 weeks. It's good, cutie. What you doing there? What you doing there, cutie? Anyways, I'm just gonna be doing like a recap of all the NFL games, what happened this week. I'm gonna do this for every week. This week I was at the Giants game. I go to a game every year, so this won't be like a common occurrence. And I couldn't watch all the games. I watched highlights, of course, and I looked at the stats. But let's get right into this. Cowboys Buccaneers game I watched. Dallas defense is very bad. Their offense is kind of like what I projected it, but their defense looked very bad. Hopefully they could improve that. Brady is proving why he is not washed. I was wrong about Brady. I'll be honest. When he came to Tampa, before he came to Tampa, I thought he was gonna retire. I thought he was washed. To be honest, I didn't think he could do what he did and won the Super Bowl. And I think he threw 4 touchdowns. That's all I gotta say. Texans are a team in the preseason that, since the preseason, I was saying maybe we should give them a little more credit. I'm not saying give them much credit, but I'm saying give them more credit than they have deserved. Let's just be honest. Texans go out. They scored 37 points. They didn't just win, they scored 37. Trevor Lawrence had a low, shaky game. Threw 3 touchdowns, but also 3 interceptions with it. As you can see with the stat, Houston defense had 3 interceptions in the game, but also 3 all year last year. So, of course, their defense stepping up. Tyrod Taylor seemed like a solid quarterback in the game. We'll see. We'll see. I'm going to make a prediction right now. The Texans will not have the first overall pick. I'm just going to leave that out there. Chargers versus the Washington football team. This is the game I didn't really know too much about, to be honest. I know Fitzpatrick got hurt. He got hurt in this one. Washington defense played good up until the end, of course. Justin Herbert had a pretty solid game, nothing crazy. But the biggest guy I want to talk about in this game is Rashawn Slater, a guy that I had as my number one overall selection for the New York Giants. And before you guys saying, why Rashawn Slater, why all that? I did it mostly on pick value wise, where the Giants were picked at the 11th overall pick. Of course, they traded back with the Bears. But I was thinking of players who I had available, and he was number one. That was even over a possible Jalen Waddle, if he was there at that time, of course, to my projection. And Devontae Smith, who I definitely had there, which Eagles traded up and took him. But two guys who stand out to me was Fields and Slater, who could have got picked. Slater was my number one choice. He had a great game. He shut down Chase Young. He didn't give up a pressure. He didn't give up a sack. Of course, it's only 1 week. But when you see a tackle have a great week, of course, especially in the first week, that's something that definitely needs to be praised. Seahawks, Colts. The Colts offense went out to a little shaky start. Russell Wilson, of course, showing his MVP candidacy like he does every year. He plays a few good weeks, then kind of goes downhill. But no, Seattle defense played a lot better than I thought they would. Seattle defense is a defense that I underestimated. I didn't think that they had a good defense whatsoever. If you guys want me to be honest with you, Panthers Jets. Zach Wilson had. I'm going to talk about the two quarterbacks in this one. Zach Wilson had a shaky game, but I can't put the pressure and all the fault on him. The offensive line played terrible. If you guys watched the game, the Jets offensive line played atrocious. It was very bad. There was times where he would call hike, drop back, and just as soon you had the interior force coming in already. It was not good. Not good. And then let's talk about the Panthers. The Panthers, you had Sam Darnold, who I gave the Panthers a chance this year. I'm very optimistic with them. I'm optimistic with Sam Darnold too. Sam Darnold played a very good game. I saw a statistic where it was the most yards he had in a half, and he already broke that in the first half by I think it was by 100 yards, to be honest. He had I think a touchdown and an interception. Which I just want to say all props to him. I think they will actually roll with him into the next year. That's what I see. Vikings, Bengals. The Bengals win 27-14. I mean 27-24, my bad. I'm gonna look into this game a little bit more. I don't really know much about this game, but let's get into it. As you can see right here to my right, Kirk Cousins threw the ball 49 times, 350 yards, 2 touchdowns. Solid game. Dalvin Cook, solid game. Nothing great. Adam Thielen, very good game. As you see, 9 catches, 92 yards, 2 touchdowns. Defense, 1 sack, 2 sack, 3, 4, 5 sacks on them. Tackle for a loss. They got a good amount of TFLs, as you guys could have seen. Now let's check out the Bengals. Burrow, 2027, 261, 2 touchdowns. Really good game. I know Joe Mixon had a great game, as you can see, 29, 127, 1 touchdown. Ja'Marr Chase had a really good game. I'm not ready to call him a bust, even though I did in my other video, but I'm not ready to call him a star yet. Let's just be honest. 5 catches, 101 yards, 1 touchdown on 7 targets. How many sacks? They got Larry Ogunjobi with 1. BJ Hill with 2. And that's 3. A few TFLs, nothing crazy. Now let's go back to the other games. What you doing there? Anyways, we got Cardinals Titans right here, which Kyler Murray had a great game. I think people are already starting to call him the candidate for MVP. I think we should always calm down. Quarterbacks do this in the beginning of the year. Players do. I'm really not surprised he had a great game. Titans defense really isn't that good. They lost to Dory Jackson. I'm not sure if they still have Harold Landry, who really isn't that good of an edge setter. This defense is not a good defense. Let's just be honest. I think their number 2 corner is Janoris Jenkins, I want to say. Arizona, Chandler Jones, if you guys don't know, he had, I think, 3 sacks in the first half, ended the game with 5. That's crazy. Great game for him. And I'm not going to lie, the Cardinals look better than I thought. I didn't think the Cardinals would be as good this year, but of course, like I said, Tennessee isn't that good defensive-wise, but they still have a stacked offense, and their defense held them to 13 points. So I think that should be good. I just want to say the Niners-Lions game, this is mostly going to be about the Lions. If you guys are Niners fans, go with it. But the Lions, this is probably the best Lions team we have seen in years, probably since like 2014-15. Like that. It's not like they lost, but if you guys actually watch the highlights, watch the game, it looked like they put up a fight. They definitely put up a fight. They had a lot of effort out there, and the biggest part for me, this team put up 30 points. 30 points with Jared Goofball. Come on now. Come on. Like, I really have to give them props for that. Steelers, Bills. I see people already starting to hype up the Steelers. I see people starting to hype up the Bills. This is a game that I don't think much really matters, to be honest. The Bills are a little shaky, of course, which is going to happen with a lot of these teams. That's why this week I'm not really taking much into consideration. So I'm just going to move right past that one. Eagles, Falcons. Of course, I said what I said just before, but there are some exceptions to that. As the Eagles had a great game, blowing out the Falcons. As you can see right here, Jalen Hurts, 264, 3 touchdowns. Devontae Smith, I think, caught the first touchdown, if I'm not correct. Their defense, of course, stopped Atlanta to 6 points. I think they should have taken a quarterback with their 4th pick, but who am I? Browns Chiefs, probably the game of the week. The Browns were winning substantially. Not by much, not by a little, but a good amount. And then the Chiefs start coming back and win. Great game. Well, I wouldn't say great, but I would say a very good game by Baker Mayfield. Of course, Mahomes had a very solid game, but this is the next game I want to talk about. Packers Saints. Jameis Winston had 5 touchdowns in this game, which is great for him. The Saints defense was looking very good out there, and people were starting to say, "Oh, Rodgers' stock is going down." I saw some people say Rodgers is overrated. Rodgers is washed. I'm telling you this right now. Aaron Rodgers does not give a fuck about this. He doesn't give a fuck about this last dance bullshit. He doesn't give a fuck about winning. If I'm telling you this right now, if Aaron Rodgers wanted to win that game, or at least wanted to score more points, they would have. It would have. I think he threw like 3 interceptions in this game, I want to say. Or 2. It was 2 or 3. I'm just saying, I can't. I'm just saying, people are already starting to roll out the Packers, roll out Aaron Rodgers. No, stop it. Broncos, Giants. Giants still suck. They made the Broncos look good. Bridgewater looked like a solid quarterback. Yada yada yada. Giants offensive line still shit. Saquon didn't do anything. Daniel turnovers. I am gonna make probably a pretty long in depth video of the New York Giants, as they are my team, and I have a lot to say about them. A lot to say. Patriots Dolphins. Tua actually looked very solid. So did Mac Jones. I almost said Patrick Jones. I'm dumb. Um, no, I really liked what I saw out of Mac Jones. He's very decisive with the ball. He knows his strengths, and that's what he does. A lot of quarterbacks try to be like, okay, what am I not good at? Let me do that. He knows his strengths. He knows what he's good at, and he does that. Let's go on to the next game. Rams Bears. They definitely should put in Justin Fields. I think it was like the first. I don't think it was first play, but I think first drive they scored the Rams. I'm not sure. But what I do know is that Matt Nagy deserves to be fired. Justin Fields deserves to be the starter. If he's not the starter by at least week 4, I don't know what they're doing. And the game last night, Ravens and Raiders, I would just have to say this was a crazy game. If you guys don't know how it ended, basically they had a 55-yard kick, the Raiders. They kicked it, it was good, went into overtime. Overtime, Raiders get the ball, they're driving down, and they thought they have a Bryan Edwards touchdown. They don't. They get stopped. 5-yard penalty backs them up. Third and goal. Carr throws off his back foot, intercepted in the end zone. They stay down. Ravens got the ball, start driving a little bit. Lamar Jackson gets sacked, fumbles, and Raiders get back the ball, and Derek Carr throws it to Zay Jones, wide open touchdown. This was a crazy game, as you can see right here. Derek Carr game winning 31-yard touchdown. The Ravens, I already said this before in a video. I think if I didn't, here it is. The Ravens defense definitely downgraded. I said this before. I thought maybe I didn't say it on video, but there are stuff that I say outside, but they definitely downgraded. Plus, they did lose how many running backs? I think 3. Gus Edwards. I think they lost Justice Hill and J.K. Dobbins. So they lost that. They only have one really good running back now, and that's Lamar. And the Raiders, they do have a bad defense, but the one thing I do give the Raiders credit for is they're very good offense. They have such a good offense. Putting up 33 points and beating the Ravens. Raiders were a hard team for me because I know how good their offense is this year, but their defense is what kind of balanced it out. Where I think their offense is up here, and their defense is like down here, where it just balances together their record. But maybe they could possibly sneak into the wild card round. Maybe at like 8, 9 wins, as they are in a pretty hard division with the Broncos and the Chargers and of course the Chiefs, who all won this weekend. But that's going to conclude this. I'm probably going to do this probably every week now. It's going to be more stacked. I want to get more statistics, more everything. But this was just kind of a quick run through just to see how you guys like it and everything. Hope you guys like. Please subscribe, of course. Please like the video, cutie. And yeah.